Blog Talk Radio.
Greetings and welcome. I trust that you are all wondering where you are. I can assure you that while your location is not included on these walls, our view is included.
The Lavor Podcast.
The Vein Verdict Podcast. The Vein Verdict Podcast. The Vein Verdict Podcast.
That's what it is, family, peace and light, everybody. Welcome to the Vein Verdict Podcast. It's your boy, Pimp Black, person in the making progress, and I'm going to do that with this melanated hue, family. Thank every last one of y'all for tuning in with me tonight. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but then again, it's quarantine, so ain't many places you can be tonight, right? But guess what? I'm grateful either way. Yeah, you better believe I'm grateful. Despite all my flaws, despite all my imperfections, you chose to be here with me tonight, right? And you know I appreciate that, family. But we're bringing you back here with us. Can't be nothing but that unmitigated truth. And we like to face our truth over here, family. You know, we say the truth is a hard pill to swallow. We say hold your nose and tilt your head back, family. Check in, pull up, family, salute to everybody. Okay, we good. We in the building, family. Salute everybody checking in with us tonight. Again, get down there. We go down with that. Let me host Come Black. Person in the making progress. Salute to everybody checking in with us right here in the States. California, I see you checking in. New York City, Jersey, I see you checking in right here in the great state of Georgia. We having our moment right now, but we'll get to that in a minute. We ain't got to it before. Everybody in Florida, salute to y'all checking in. Carolinas, I see you. Can't forget about my family overseas. Salute to everybody over there in the UK. Whoever that is in the Philippines, check in. Y'all go ahead and get up in the comment section and the questions or concerns for here. Ideas for the Vein Verdict Podcast. You already know what to do. The Vein Verdict at gmail.com. Again, the Vein Verdict at gmail.com. Blog Talk Radio family, 516-453-9482. We're going to slow it. We got to let us do what we do first and foremost. Before we do anything, family, we do what we do around by this time. Give a round of applause for the Creator, the Spirit, for allowing us to see another day, a day we never seen before, and I'm sure a day we'll never see again. And this time, give yourself a round of applause just for being who you are, man, just for being special, because guess what? There ain't nowhere, you know, normally I'd be like, what's good, what's the vibes right now? It still ain't no vibes, but we slowly getting back to them, family. We slowly getting back to the vibes. You know, we got about 38 of the states that are partial reopening right now. We got about 6 opening soon, and about 6 that's really actually including California that's actually still shut down right now, man. So salute everybody. You know, I don't know if y'all been checking, you know, CNN or your Fox or your MSNBC, whatever you get your news feed from. Dr. Fauci and friends, you know, they had a little testimonial, if you will, you know, before the Senate committee, and there was some back and forth, man. There's a lot of tension between Trump and Fauci right now, but y'all know that political world, family. You know, I try to get in it when I can get in it. I try to stay away from it when I can stay away from it. But y'all already know what we're doing tonight, family. We continuing our Let Us Make a Man series, you know, and I like to, you know, we always try to, especially, you know, one thing I always say, you know, we want to come out of this quarantine. One thing I say, if you can't come out of this quarantine a better person, you probably a waste of space, family. This is time to reflect. Rather be that on the spiritual aspect, rather be that on the business aspect, whatever it takes. This is a perfect time to, come out of this a better person, and which is why I thought it was, the best, way to go while we starting our, new series, Let Us Make a Man, to kind of go in that direction, piggybacking off of our previous episodes of How to Eat to Live, part 1 and 2, the mental detox, and of course the physical detox. Of course, we try to focus on that mental detox first, was a lot of us kind of confused the importance of dieting. For me, being a better person and trying to be that better person, get the best potential out of you, that diet is not just what you're consuming. That diet is, not just what you consume, by, digesting what you're eating and drinking. It's more so what you're taking in, the things you're entertained by, the kind of things you indulge in. And, I think that plays a major factor. And again, of course, the things where we're eating, want to put the purest things in our body, so we can get the best potential out of and be exactly what we're created to be. And once you get them things knocked in, it's only one, especially for us guys, us fellas that's trying to focus on right now. And with that said, I like to introduce, motivational speaker, entrepreneur, investor, and one husband. One of the most important things to me, father and family man, Brother Lavor Robinson. Welcome to the Vain Verdict Podcast, family.
What's going on? How you doing, brother?
Salute, God. I can't complain, man. Thanks for having me. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us right now. I want to tell the family, I came across Brother Robinson, and he skimmed across my timeline. I like to go off things off fate, and things happen. Things don't just happen, or they happen for a reason. And right. In light of, coming off the theme, what I kind of do here, brother, is like, when I have these conversations on the podcast, I like to do them in themes. Whether, recently one of the biggest themes a lot of people was talking about when I did the relationship series, surviving relationships, surviving love, and, et cetera, right? So, right. And again, like I was saying, within this quarantine and situation, this is a great time to reflect, because we got time to sit down and, you're forced to be shut off from the world, if you will. And, right. You're forced to get a lot of things in perspective. So, and not just being that better person. One of the key things that I want you to, chime in on, which is your, so to speak, your level of expertise, being in the finances and things like that, is the finances within the family structure. And one of the particular right. posts that you had posted up, brother, that had drew me in so much, and I want to give you the floor, introduce yourself, how you got into what you're doing, but helping fathers bring family finances back into focus. That statement is so powerful to me, and it sticks out a little. Right. But, you know what I mean? Brother Lavor Robinson, introduce yourself, brother.
Definitely. Well, as you said, my name is Lavor Robinson. I've been in the industry about 3.5 years now. I was in a particular place in my life, and this is where you're going to find where my movement is. But I've been in the industry about 3.5 years. When I was in a particular place where I was really hurting for a change, a father. If I could be honest, I feel like a lot of men out there that won't say this, I feel like a failure. Right. I was in a particular place where my finances were horrible. My credit was horrible. Like I have no time for my family, nor did I have money to spend on them to do anything. Right. So when my life shifted, when credit and finances dropped into it, I realized along the way that there was a lot of fathers that may not say it. They may not want to say it. They may not want to say, hey, look, I'm over here. I need help. Right. And as I started reaching out into the community, what I found is that there were a lot of fathers that just needed someone to say, I'm here to help. Right. And there's been such an outcry, of us, because right now we're going into a situation to where this financial winter that's coming, you can't be caught with your pants down. You can't be caught not having money and bad credit. It's a horrible thing that's in front of us, right? But it's a lot. That's what's going on right now, right? I wanted my men to understand the significance of being able to have something there, being able to have that spare tire, being able to have that umbrella, being able to have that thing in the bank, right? That if something like what's happening right now happens, your family is not immediately impacted on it. Right, I had a wife at home. Myself and my wife, we just had a set of twins. I went from 1 child to 3 real quick. My wife was going through postpartum depression. I'm making little to no money, and if I was to lose my job, it was going to get bad real fast.
Wow.
And that's what's going on in the communities right now, and that's why, when I started the movement, FRC, Fathers Regaining Control, I knew that it was something that God kind of gave me. He gave that to me. He said, hey, look, run with it. There's fathers out there that need you. He was grooming me the whole time. And that's what it's about, man. That's how I got in, just, really knowing that I needed it and then realizing there was so many of us that are out there. Don't get me wrong, God. Don't get me wrong. There's men everywhere that need it, right? There's men. It's not just fathers. But we're the head of families.
Yes, sir.
We're the head of families. Our babies are watching us. Our babies are watching us. We can't allow our average to be what they feel is success. We can't allow that. Right? And that's what's happening though, right? Because we know that our babies, they're gonna do what they see way more than what you tell them. You gotta do better, you gotta do better, you gotta do better, work for yourself. But but Pop, I've watched you work with somebody all your life.
Exactly.
So that was the biggest thing for me, and I want to thank you for allowing me to be able to come on your show, man, and have this platform, because there's a lot of men out there that need the help, and I'm here to help them.
For sure, man. And one of the main things, for me, I live through transparency, especially through a platform like this. It is a teaching mode for me and able for me to vent too. And one thing, a podcast, because just like, like you said, I live the pretty much early stages of my life. I got, kids now that about to be 17 and 18 years old. You know what I mean? And through what I feel, made it this far, right? Through bad decisions that I made, wasn't able to be there and provide for them. You know what I mean? So things like that. So what do you think of first steps for somebody that's trying to make a transition and get back and do the right things now? Because I hear now you do have some spiritual values about you.
Of course. Well, I'll tell you this. You can't do anything without having the right surroundings.
Yes, sir.
You can't do anything without having the right people around, the right people in your life. That was the biggest switch up for me. I grew up. I have a friend that's out of Dallas, Texas. He's actually listening in right now. It's my best friend. His name is Tommy Hutton. Me and him, we were able to feed off of each other all our life, having that positive mindset, right? Not allowing that negative energy into our lives, right? So even though we both were going through different things, we always knew that it was going to be super, super important for us to be able to lean on each other. So if we don't have that community that we need, how can we grow to that next level? If your community are only people that are tearing you down, how can you grow? So the first part about it, the first thing to do is to change your surroundings. To change who you are, who are around you, and you got to watch and listen for the same, what their thought process is, right? More times than not, we got people telling us what we should and shouldn't be doing, but their life don't even reflect what we're looking for in our own life. That don't make sense.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That don't make sense. And there's a lot of us doing that, and there's a reason why. I'm glad that you asked that question. There's a reason why that's number one. Right? Because if you're around the right people, Now, I'm gonna tell you guys something. For everybody that's listening, and for you, listen. I'm gonna tell you, one of the hardest things to do is allow yourself to be uncomfortable around people that make you uncomfortable because they're successful and you're not. We run away from it. When I tell you, we run away from, we run of it. No, we don't want to be uncomfortable, but I'm gonna tell you, I accepted it. I accepted being around the people that were doing what they needed to do because I know that it gave me that right energy about my life and where I needed to go. So it immediately told me, it made me feel like, I'm happy for you, but I want for me, and I'm going to go get it, except for, hey, well, we all broke. We all happy and comfortable, but we're really uncomfortable. It doesn't really make sense. So the people around you, that's going to be number one. Number one for everybody who's listening. Change your surroundings. Change your surroundings. I have a show, that I do myself. Do you mind me plugging at all?
I can't wait, brother. We're gonna get to that at the end, but go ahead. Any chance?
No. We'll talk about it. I'll let you go ahead. Go ahead. I know you got some questions, but yeah, that's number one. That's number one for everybody that's listening. Change the people that are around you. If they don't have the right mindset, your future is more important than you allowing yourself to be around people that is going to drag your good ideas, that are going to drag you from making that step in the right direction.
Facts, man. Facts. Like I said, family, that's part of that mental detox. Changing your surroundings. Even people can be part of a bad diet. Unfortunately, you can take in consuming the wrong people. Salute, man. That's great. That's great.
Definitely.
So, and then, and you are you in, like, as far as investing, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you recommend stocks at the time? Like, coming out of 2020, right? That's what a lot of people were messaging me, like, as far as one of the main questions that, people was asking to ask you, was coming out of this, what a good investment to make. If they're sitting on their stimulus check, what's some good to invest in? Be that real estate, is something in stock, or, would you suggest investing in a business, something that's selling for yourself?
Definitely. Well, I would say that whatever you're going to invest in, learn it, right? Make sure that you get some people that actually know it, because if you just jump into stocks, you can lose a lot of money, right? You can lose a lot of money if you just jump into stocks. So, that's really up and down. I would say, the two things that I would tell people to focus on is focus on your credit and focus on maybe starting a business, something you can do from home. I've been around this industry for a while. Just being able to work for myself has been what has completely changed my family's life. Being able to be in a scenario to where no one has my control. No one can tell me how much money I can make. No one can tell me how much time I can be with my babies, right? We got to come out of this so much more powerful than what we've come into it as, right? We got to continue to learn. That's why, I love what you're doing over here, man, just pouring back into the community, because there's a lot of people that need to understand this. And then I would say definitely get ready to, do everything in your power to invest into some real estate. Right?
Yes, sir.
That is going to be a really big thing that's going to happen here real soon. We already know it's only a matter of time before the housing market drops. Okay,
of course.
There's only a matter of time. There's gonna, and you got to be in position to be able to buy. You got to be in position. I'll give you an example, right? You have a home in 2014. That was worth $187. That same home in certain places is worth $287 now. So you're paying a whole $100,000 more. But when that housing market drops, though, when that housing market drops, we have the ability to be able to go in. So you got to understand. Obviously, you got to understand investing for those people who want to invest more than just homes. Understand that they will allow most people, depending on your income, to buy more than one home, but anything more than that, they want capital.
Gotcha. Would you suggest a partnership as far as like
investment partners?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. But the only thing I would say when it comes to that is you guys have to be on the same page. Having an investment group is actually very smart. There's a lot of people that are out there. A majority of the bigger companies that are out there that are investing, they're investment groups. Okay, they're not just one person investing, right? That's what we don't really understand. A lot of us, especially in our community, we don't get that just yet, right? We're getting it. We're understanding more, right? Obviously, when we come together really heavy, sometimes what ends up happening is that we get real scary real fast, right? But that's something that we're going to need to do. So if you have a group of people that are like-minded, of like minds, and they all have money to be able to invest, then definitely an investment group will put you in a really good place, especially coming up with what's going to happen, putting yourself in a position to be able to get out there and to be able to start buying. That's going to be super important.
Gotcha. This is a very interesting question. Not necessarily interesting, but the more I keep staring at this question, and more it made me think about it. It's a very important one. I think need to be answered, especially for a lot of our brothers. What is the difference between riches and wealth?
Wow.
You feel me?
Okay, so let me answer this. Let me kind of switch that around real quick. What's the difference between being rich and being wealthy?
You're moving around a little bit. You're breaking up a little bit, girl.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
I got you. We're good.
Can you hear me now?
I got you. I hear you.
All right, perfect. So let's talk about that, right? When you say riches, I don't want to say what's the difference between being riches and wealthy, because riches can actually be considered wealth. But what's the difference between being rich and wealthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you are rich, just rich, rich can go away, right? Rich can go away.
Exactly.
Wealthy is so much bigger than that, right? Wealthy means that you have money coming from multiple sources. Wealthy means it's going to take short of the world ending, or you doing some really stupid stuff, right, for you to go broke, right? Wealthy is another level, and that's what we need to get to, right? I don't want to just be rich. I don't want to just be rich. Shoot, a basketball player goes into the NBA. They get paid a bunch of money. They're rich, but did they do anything with that money to become wealthy?
Exactly.
Right. They got a lot of money. Great, but we hear about NBA players, and we hear about famous people, whatever it may be, going broke every day. Right? That's because they didn't do what they needed to do with that money to become wealthy. Right? You're talking about stocks. You're talking about investment, not just in residential, but you're also talking about investments in commercial real estate, in land. You're talking about so much. You're talking about being angel investing. I mean, I can go all day on that, but there's so much more that's there as it pertains to being wealthy, not being rich. So we're not just going to be rich. For everybody that's listening, turn off rich and turn on wealthy, right? I know that may be hard to kind of grasp for some people. Like, man, I want to be rich. I get it. It's easy to say when you're doing bad, right? It's easy to say, look, I want to be rich, right? But wealthy is also a mindset.
Exactly.
Wealthy is a mindset. So that would be how I would answer that question. Guys, it's cool to be rich. We want to be rich. We want to have money, but what you really want is to be wealthy, because wealthy is something that you're going to pass down from generation to generation. That's true generational wealth, right? You don't say true generational riches or rich. You say true generational wealth.
Because
all right,
you say
and that's
you can't pass down a basketball contract. You know what I mean?
No,
you
can't.
pass
That's
that
right.
on.
That's right. Unfortunate, but you can't pass down that contract. That's a good question. I don't know whoever asked that. That's a really good question.
Yeah, they said it, man, right? So, what's a good way to rebuild or even establish credit at this point?
Well, first and foremost, a big issue that's in our community or just people in general is the fact that we don't even go look. We don't know what's on our credit. All right, so let's deal with that part, right? If you guys go to annualcreditreport.com, they're actually doing credit reports for free right now for the next year because of COVID-19. Okay, so y'all go there and pull your credit report.
Repeat that again for
annualcreditreport.com.
You heard that, family? It's free for the next year.
It's free for the next year. Y'all make sure y'all go and pull your credit so that you know what's on your credit. I talk to people all the time. I mean, when I say all the time, for the last 3.5 years, I've dealt with people with credit scores from in the 300s all the way up, right? And you hear it all the time. Well, I haven't checked my credit score, or I don't even know, or whatever it may be. And the reason why that is because a lot of us, they see checking that credit score as a failure, right? They already know it's a bad credit score, right? So they don't want to feel that failure, which is the reason why a majority of us don't go get what we need to get in life, because we're afraid of that initial failure. When failure is that precursor to success. Like, you need to get to that failure. So in order to get better credit, you need to go ahead and feel that failure of seeing that you got a 430 or a 500, 512, 530, whatever it may be. So go do that, right? And if you are in a scenario where you check your credit report and you notice, or some of us know there's quite a few things on there. But if there is quite a few things on there, you have a choice, right? The first choice is do it yourself, right? Start disputing some things, right? Do what you need to do. But here's the thing about what I just said. Doing it yourself, doing something that you don't know anything about, is a problem, right? That can take long. It's like saying I like Jamaican food, but I'd rather go to a Jamaican restaurant myself. Now I can cook the Jamaican food, right? It might not be as efficient, or it might as good as the Jamaican restaurant, but I did it. What I tell people all the time is, your credit is an investment on your future. So my suggestion is get someone to help you with it, right? Unless you're one of those people that are like, look, I can do it myself. If you're one of those people like, I can do it myself, please do it yourself. But most people don't have the time. Most people don't have the patience. Most people don't have kind of like, I don't know the next word, but it's a lot, man, and you got to learn a lot, so it ends up taking a lot longer than what it should in order for you to get your credit where it needs to be. So go see it first. That's the first step. Go get it, right? Go get it. Pull your credit, find out what's going on, find out what's there, right, and then move to the next phase. But do not wait. Do not wait. Do not wait. I talk to people all the time. They say, "Oh my God, like my lease is up in 2 months, and I have a 512 credit report. How can I get my credit up within 2 months?" I mean, like it took it like sis, bro, king, queen, like it took you 10 years to get that 512. You want an overnight success, but do you want a scenario to where you're able to have it help coming off and it not come back, or do you want a scenario where it's not going away? So it's all about being realistic, and connected with reality, and not waiting for the last minute. If you know you're going to start a business next year, get it done now. If you know that you're going to get a house, next year. Get it done now. If you know that you need a loan for whatever, get it done now. So y'all go get that checked out. And if you need assistance, y'all make sure y'all get at me, but we'll talk about that later.
Facts. With that said, to lead into that nice little segue, right? In 2020, man, in 2020, FRC, Fathers Regaining Control, why is that important, man?
Man, it's super important because it's just too many fathers out here that want to be better fathers for their families. You know, I came into this thing saying that I want to be the hero at home. You understand what I'm saying? I want to be the hero for my family. I want my babies to be able to look at me and say, like, my father, like, was there. You know, babies spell love Time, right?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Your children spell love Time, time. Right? They want your time. They want to be able to see that you're there. I didn't have that as a young man. You know, my father wasn't there, unfortunately. You know, he wasn't at the games. You know, he wasn't at the sporting events. You know, he wasn't at my shows when I used to sing as a young one. You know, he wasn't there, and I said that I refused to be in this spot that I am in now and not help fathers be home and be present for their children, for their babies that need that Time. Super important, man. Super important. And we're gonna build this community super huge because there's a lot of fathers out there that want to give back to other fathers. I have a lot of different businesses that I'm teaming up with. We're getting ready to start really pulling capital into this movement to really be able to get into the community and help fathers, to really be able to get into the community and help them. You know, they may not be somebody who want their own job, but maybe they need to go on some interviews and they don't have any suits. Like we're getting ready to push this thing to another level to where we can go out and say, hey, look, let's get this gentleman right here a suit. Let's get him together, right? Let's educate each other. Because if we educate each other, if we educate and we push each other, if we don't, if you're part of a accountability group, accountability team of fathers that are saying, look, that idea can be grown. No, I'm not going to step on your idea. I'm not going to step on your success. What do you want? And just a community of like-minded men that want to be heroes from home. That was so important to me. That's something that God gave me. That's something that I'm running with, and that's something that is feeling super good to be helping my man right now.
Wow. That was big, man. That's big. That's powerful, bro. Salute to what you're doing, man. LeVar, how can the people get... Wait a minute. Hold on. Check. You said your man 214. 214, salute. Okay, they paying that. They're listening to it.
Yes, sir.
I think somebody said yes, sir.
Okay, 214, how you doing? Yeah, salute, Carl. How you doing? State your name. Where you calling from?
Hey, man, my name is Wallace Holyfield, man. I'm calling from Dallas, Texas, man. How you doing?
Salute, God. Welcome to the Vain Verdict Podcast. You want to chime in and come in and a question for the brother?
Nah, man. I actually just kind of want to big up him, man, because everything that he's saying is 100% real, and I back that 100%, man, because I'm a father myself. I have two beautiful kids, Madison and Dallas, and when you invest in yourself, man, and you start learning about what is needed to get to that next level, your whole mindset changes. So I actually follow this brother real strong, and I'm one of those people he's talking about. So I've been able to change my life completely, man. I went from corporate America, working 60+ hours a week, man, not seeing my babies at the time. They were 1.5. I got twins, and look, man, since I invested in myself, I've been able to be the father that I wanted to be. And when I tell you it's amazing, because not to even piggyback off your story, I didn't even know it was that much alike, but I can count on my hands how many games I've been to in my life.
Wow.
My father wasn't there when I won when I was number one in the state of Texas, 1 in 100. You know what I'm saying? My father wasn't there when I was doing all these things. I'm just like, man, don't get me wrong, I was happy, but I was celebrating with other people's parents. So I told myself I'd never be in that situation again, man, and just being around some like-minded individuals that are looking, you know what I'm saying, to really change the outcome, you know what I'm saying, of us, people that look like me that's doing something different. So I just wanted to say salute, man, and just thanks for the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to even share this, man. So it's amazing. Trust me, man, it's just absolutely amazing to be a part of this. And we running. We ain't stopping. Thank you for letting me share.
Salute, brother. Thanks for calling in.
That's my main man. That's my main man, Wallace Holyfield. He's absolutely amazing, man. I appreciate your love, brother.
Hey, man, that's what's up, man. Look, look, brother, I'm all in, man. I'm all in, and that's faith is one of them things. I'm trying to be professional and not get too emotional here, because I am a spiritual person. But I believe, things happen for a reason, and timing is all what it is. I was actually,
right.
In the process of working on a nonprofit organization myself called DID, and it's acronym obviously for Dads Involved Daily. But I want to, yeah, man, I gotta, man, you gotta have a conversation outside of this, man. We gotta, we gotta put something up, man. So we got an endangered species that we gotta, that we need to try to save right now. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's an endangered species. Our odds are against us right now, family. And if we don't pull us together, who we expecting to pull us at this point? It's 2020, y'all.
That's right.
You know what I mean? The odds against us.
That's
man.
right. I mean, if you don't mind me saying, like they set us to a particular place where they rather our queens win than us win. You know what I mean? And I want our queens to win. Like, I want our queens to win, but we got to do our part too. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we got to realize this is important. We got to realize that if we don't stop paying attention to
you like me, because we're going to go in a whole nother direction.
No, I'm not going to let it go. I'm not going to let it go. The last thing I want to say is that
you got me on the edge now. You got me on the edge now. Yeah.
We can't focus on nobody else but us, man. Nobody else but us.
Fact. That's what's up, man. Brother Robinson, give the people some contact, man. How can they check us? How can we be involved? How can we donate? Whatever we need to do. Get it out to the people. You got 712 people checking in with us across 4 countries right now. Give them the business, baby.
I love it. So y'all make sure y'all go over to Lavor Robinson. That's Lavor Robinson. ROBINSON on Instagram, on Facebook as well. If you're interested in joining the movement, man, or you just interested in giving to the movement, you can either hit me on social media or make sure that you reach out to me at 678-467-7004. That's 678-467-7004. We have work to do in these communities. Brothers, y'all can push yourself to the next level. Team up with like-minded brothers that's going to pick you up and show you that together we have changing power and we can really make a massive, massive difference in our families.
Man, like I always say, family, you can do anything you want to do in life. You want to do it right. You're going to have to be with Lavor Robinson families, fathers regaining control, helping fathers bring family finances back into focus, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. Hold what you got.
blogtalkradio.com/thedivineverdict. Follow us on all social media platforms to stay in tune with all upcoming episodes. Facebook at Divine Verdict, Twitter at Divine Verdict, Instagram _Vane_Verdict, Google Plus at Divine Verdict, Skype Vane Verdict. For all sponsorship inquiries and all show ideas inquiries, you can email us at divineverdict@gmail.com. Again, divineverdict@gmail.com. All love and support is greatly appreciated. GoFundMe.com/DivineVerdict Podcast or PayPal me at Divine Verdict. Peace and life, family. The Vain Verdict Podcast.
You can't handle the truth.